Hey subscribers, and welcome back to my channel. I know I said I was going to do the SmackDown review on, well, 2 days ago, but this weekend I just really been sick. It feels like I've had the flu for this whole weekend, so it's been really hard for me to do my videos. It's just hard because when you're sick it drains your energy, and I just haven't had no energy left to do these videos. Currently, it is 1:02 a.m. right now. Well, actually Wednesday. No, Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Um, so after doing this SmackDown review, later on today, you will see, I will do the Bound for Glory series review, because I said I was going to do that. I will do Bound for Glory series review, and I will do, the Raw review. Do Raw review. Those videos are coming late tonight, so make sure you watch out for those. Those will happen later on, so just have to be patient. The videos are coming. I'm just trying to gain the energy to do everything. But this is my SmackDown review for 10/12/2012. 10/12/12. Um, this was a good SmackDown, I must say. Basically Booker T opens this show. I must say Booker T's been doing a good job as general manager. I can't really say the same thing for AJ, you know? At least she tries, but she should have stayed in the Divas division. They should have given a position to somebody else. Um, Booker T opens the show. Basically, he comes out to promote Hell in a Cell, which is like 2 weeks away. Um, and he wants to see which is more deadly, the Bro Kick or the Big Show's knockout punch. Um, so he has this punch apparatus that when you punch it, it gives you a score based on how hard you hit it. Um, a good score that you want to beat is 776. Big Show comes out. Sheamus comes out. Sheamus scores 1,332 on the machine, and Big Show scores 1,809. So the Big Show won that competition or challenge, as you would say, and that segment ends. And then out of nowhere, Tenzai attacks Sheamus. I'm not I'm not sure why Tenzai attacked Sheamus, because I remember him attacking. Was it on Raw? I have my Raw review right here. So I'm gonna, because I remember him attacking Sheamus somewhere. I think it was on last week's SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure why Tenzai keeps coming after Sheamus. To me, it doesn't make any sense. It would be interesting if at Hell in a Cell it became a triple threat match. Even though Lord Tenzai sucks, he really does. He should be released of his contract because he just sucks. But I could really do a whole video about that. But that leads to a match: Sheamus versus Tenzai, which was the first match of the night. Um, It was a good match to start the show. It seems like Sheamus always starts the SmackDown off for some reason. It's been like that for the past 2 or 3 weeks, where Sheamus starts off the show. I mean, it's a good way to start the show off. It was a very brutal and physical match. 8 minutes long, but Sheamus pulled off the win with the Bro Kick. And then we go backstage and we have Ricardo Rodriguez looking for Randy Orton. And basically, he bumps into Santino, and Santino tells Ricardo that you should be afraid of the Cobra, the Snake, and the Viper. And then we're back out to the ring. We have Heath Slater Mahal or Drew McIntyre versus Santino and Zack Ryder. I haven't been seeing Superstars, so maybe WWE finally listened to me and they dropped Superstars and they're focusing more on SmackDown and Raw. I have no idea, but I haven't seen the Superstars up in a while for the past 2 weeks. Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, and Drew McIntyre were all guys that used to be on Superstars, along with Zack Ryder. I'm surprised Zack Ryder isn't part of that group because he's one of those guys who was struggling to get TV time also. They were on Superstars, which is online, like I say every week. It only gets about 300 views, so it's good for them to be on SmackDown, which is it's televised. You get I don't know how many people watch SmackDown, millions of views, I guess. So Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, and Drew McIntyre, they have become a stable, I guess. Even though Zack Ryder should be a part of it because he struggles with them also. Um, and Santino Marella, he's just been going downhill for the past two and a half months. Ever since he lost the United States Championship, he's just been going downhill. WWE isn't using him correctly the way he should be used. It actually everyone needs a push from WWE. WWE is currently giving Ryback a push. Ryback is good because he needs a push. But also, Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre, and Zack Ryder, and Santino, they all need a push with Zack Ryder. With Ryback. But Slater and Jinder Mahal, they were a good team. It's around a 6-minute match, and Slater and Mahal pulled off the win. And then we have some singles competition. We have Kane versus Dolph Ziggler. I don't think he would catch his briefcase at the Money in the Bank. I don't think so. I think he would cash it in at the Royal Rumble. For some reason, I think it will be at the Royal Rumble. I'm not sure. I just think it'll be at the Royal Rumble. I think this year's Royal Rumble is going to be good. I really, really do. Kane versus Ziggler, 10-minute match. Ziggler's been impressive for the past. Ever since he won the Money in the Bank briefcase, he's been impressive every week. He deserves to be a. I can't imagine Ziggler as the World Heavyweight Champion. I can't imagine that. If it happened, it happens, but I can't imagine it. Excuse me. I can see him as United States champion or Intercontinental champion, but as a WWE or World Heavyweight champion, I can't imagine that. But if it happens, it happens. It was a good match. It was back and forth, 10 minutes long. And Kane wins via submission. Via disqualification. It was a bad end for a good match. Because Dolph Ziggler hit him with the briefcase. It was a good match, and it shouldn't have ended like that. But then Dane Bryan comes out. Basically, this says that he has Kane's back. Even though Kane says he had everything in control. Matt Striker, I'm not sure why he did that. He came into the ring to interview both of them on how they are as a tag team. They are dysfunctional. Obviously, everything Dr. Shelby has been teaching them hasn't really been working out too good. Um, He gets Daniel Bryan puts the no lock on Striker, and Kane stops it, and then Kane chokeslams Matt Striker. And then we go backstage and we see Ricardo Rodriguez looking for Randy Orton still, but he finds Hornswoggle with a Randy Orton action figure. Hornswoggle used to be good. I mean, like big back in 2007, but now you hardly see him. He's more backstage. I miss WWE back in the old days. I must say this. WWE really went downhill like after 2009. Towards the end of 2009, WWE went downhill. And two things happened in 2009 really. That was around the time Batista left, and it was around the time Jeff Hardy left. After 2009, wrestling just started sucking. Before that, like in 2007 was a good year for wrestling. 2008 was a good year for wrestling. All those years before that were a good year for wrestling. Now it just sucks, you know? We should see more Hornswoggle. I mean, what happened to Finley, you know? I haven't seen Finley in what? I can't even imagine. 2012, 2011, 2010. It's been about 3 years since Finley. I had no idea what he's doing. Um, and then we also, Oksana, who broke up with Antonia. Well, Antonia broke up with her like 3 weeks ago. Um, she's backstage in Booker T's office, and she basically says she found a blonde wig in Eve's bag. Now, where does the blonde wig come from? Who's the person that told everybody that Eve was wearing a blonde wig? I know I said it first on my channel. I was the one who said it first. I said it the whole time it was Eve with a blonde wig. Go back and watch all my SmackDown reviews for the past month. I've been saying the same thing over and over again. So when I saw it happen on SmackDown, I was like, wow. You know, because I've been saying it this whole time. I said it was Eve with a blonde wig. I said that on every one of my SmackDown reviews. I really did. But Oksana says that she felt the blonde wig in Eve's bag. Eve got mad at it. Eve is just a child maker, and she basically blames Teddy Long. She said Teddy Long had the wig, which you can't imagine Teddy Long in a blonde wig. Why would he attack Caitlyn? That just doesn't make any sense at all, really. Because Teddy Long wouldn't benefit from that, but Eve surely would, since she said that WWE was champion. So that storyline continues. Eve is behind it. She put the blonde wig on, and she took out Caitlyn. Hopefully, Caitlyn wins that Hell in a Cell. Then we have Sin Cara versus Damien Sandow, accompanied by uh, Cody Rhodes. They make up the Rhodes Scholars. It was good to see Sin Cara on SmackDown because I like Sin Cara. Sin Cara's like my second favorite. Well, my all-time favorite wrestler is The Undertaker, but he isn't wrestling anymore. So Undertaker and Jeff Hardy, but I don't include them anymore because they aren't really active on WWE. But my ratings now are number one is Randy Orton, and number two is Sin Cara. I just like Sin Cara. I just like everything about the guy. Some people may say that he messed up his moves and everything. He may botch some of his moves and everything, but I still like him. And he hasn't been on SmackDown for like a month. Ever since he started teaming up with Rey Mysterio. And hopefully they win at Hell in a Cell. Can you imagine Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara being the tag team champions? That would just be awesome. The ratings would go up. But the ratings would go up even higher if they went against each other. We might have to wait till WrestleMania to see that match. Which should be a good match. Sin Cara versus Damien Sandow. Sin Cara was impressive like he always was. It was a good match for Sin Cara. Good to see him on SmackDown. 6 minutes long, and Sin Cara pulls off the win. And then after that, we have Daniel Bryan versus Del Rio. This is a good. It was a good main event, but I'm not sure why Del Rio is in the main event. Because Del Rio isn't really a top guy on SmackDown. Sheamus is really a top guy on SmackDown. Sheamus should be in the main event or Randy Orton. I'm not sure why Del Rio and Bryan made it to the main event on SmackDown. This should have been the first match of the night, really. But it was a good match though. Back and forth, back and forth. I mean, Del Rio and Dan Bryan are both good wrestlers. This match was 15 minutes long, and the end surprised me. Del Rio beats Dan Bryan via submission, which really surprised me because Dan Bryan is supposed to be the submission expert. He's a technical wrestler along with CM Punk. You know, submission is Dan Bryan's specialty, and he lost to Del Rio via submission. That was just like, wow. I can't believe Del Rio pulled off the win. And it wasn't a 3 count, it was submission. Dan Bryan should be ashamed of himself that he lost to Del Rio via submission. He's supposed to be a submission expert, but I'm not sure what happened. And then, Randy comes out and he attacks Del Rio out of nowhere. It was nice to see Randy Orton had a match, but Randy Orton may not be 100%, so maybe WWE isn't using him all the way because he isn't 100%, but I guarantee you he probably was on Raw in the match. My Raw review comes up later today, so we'll find out. But it's good to see Randy Orton back. He's gone for a week. Hopefully he healed up, and he's back in action. And he gives Ricardo Rodriguez a RKO on the table, and the show goes off after that. It was a good SmackDown. It would have been nice to see a little bit more of Randy Orton, but it was still a good SmackDown. I give it a 10 out of 10 because it was a good SmackDown. It was good to see Randy Orton and Sin Cara on there. The show was interesting. I like it. It was a good SmackDown. So, this is my SmackDown review for 10/12/2012. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm doing my Raw review later and my Bound for Glory series review later today. Yeah, that's it. If you like this video, you can like it. If you dislike the video, you can dislike it. Leave your comments. If it requires a response, you will get one within 24 hours. Make sure you check out my channel. Make sure you subscribe.